Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, his case against President-elect Donald Trump. And according to scientists, there are new health warnings regarding vaping. We'll tell you about those.
And above normal temperatures today, but we're talking about a big cool down and rain chances. Details in a few minutes.
Dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening. My name is Amelia Lee. President-elect Donald Trump's victory at the ballot box on November 5th means he is now getting a victory in the courts as well. CBS's Christiane Benavides has more details from West Palm Beach, Florida.
The Department of Justice filed a motion Monday to dismiss all 4 felony charges against President-elect Donald Trump for his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election in the lead-up to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Special counsel Jack Smith said in the court filing that the government's position on Trump's guilt has not changed, but Trump's election sets at odds 2 fundamental national interests. He wrote, on the one hand, the Constitution's requirement that the president must not be unduly encumbered in fulfilling his weighty responsibilities, and on the other hand, the nation's commitment to the rule of law and the long-standing principle that no man in this country is so high that he is above the law. Federal Judge Tanya Chutkin is expected to approve the special counsel's request.
The dismissal ends Trump's long and expensive court battle. He's claiming victory and is preparing to overhaul how the Department of Justice works.
In a statement, Trump's spokesman called it a victory for the rule of law and added, President Trump wants an immediate end to the political weaponization of our justice system, and we look forward to uniting our country. Trump has said he intends to nominate former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi to be his AG and tasked her with changing the DOJ. Special counsel Smith is expected to resign before Trump takes office. Christiane Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
In a separate case, Trump's attorney has asked for extra time to file a motion to dismiss the New York State case in which Trump was convicted on 34 counts related to the hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. President-elect Donald Trump has picked Dr. Mehmet Oz to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Oz is a cardiothoracic surgeon, but he's best known for his work in television on the Dr. Oz Show. 2 years ago, he ran unsuccessfully for the U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania. Trump released a statement that says, in part, he has known Dr. Oz for many years, and he is confident Oz will fight to ensure every American receives the best possible health care. The man leading the criminal case against Sean Diddy Combs is resigning. Damian Williams will leave his position as U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York on December 13th. It's the top federal law enforcement position in New York. The office has a history of prosecuting high-profile cases. Defendants have included Senator Bob Menendez, New York Mayor Eric Adams, and FTX co-founder Sam Bankman-Fried. Macy's is dealing with a $154 million accounting scandal. Today, the retailer announced a single employee was responsible for intentionally hiding millions of dollars worth of expenses across 3 years. Macy's says it was forced to delay its quarterly earnings report due to the irregularities. The company fired the employee, and Macy's says its cash flow and payments to vendors are still on track ahead of the holiday spending season. The Menendez brothers, Eric and Lyle, serving life sentences in prison for the shotgun deaths of their parents in their Beverly Hills mansion more than 30 years ago, could be a step closer to freedom. Today, a California judge examined evidence of abuse the men claim they suffered at the hands of their father. CBS's Danya Bacchus has the latest from the courthouse in Los Angeles.
Eric and Lyle Menendez, now 53 and 56 years old, are asking the court to consider new evidence of their father's alleged sexual abuse in a bid to be resentenced for their crime. The brothers were sentenced to life in prison without parole for the 1989 murders of Jose and Kitty Menendez. Prosecutors contended they did it for money. Their lawyer says new evidence of sex abuse by their father should allow them to go free. The sisters of Kitty and Jose Menendez testified on the brothers' behalf.
Both made impassioned pleas with the judge to send the brothers home, and like I said, very moving.
Outgoing LA District Attorney George Gascon recommended resentencing last month, saying they have demonstrated good behavior in prison and have worked on rehabilitation and redemption. With renewed interest in the case thanks to recent documentaries and social media, people flocked to the courthouse trying to snag one of 16 seats reserved for the general public for today's hearing. This man, a former classmate of Eric Menendez, waited in line since 4 a.m. for a chance to get into the courtroom.
These guys have done enough time for these crimes. It's time to let it go and let's heal.
But Kitty Menendez's 90-year-old brother, Milton Anderson, says the pair should stay in prison. In a statement, he said they shot their mother, Kitty, reloading to ensure her death. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The judge could decide whether to resentence the brothers at their next court hearing set for January 30th. Clemency could be another pathway to freedom. However, California's governor said last week he won't make a decision on that until the incoming Los Angeles district attorney reviews the case. The Supreme Court agreed to wade into a fight over Congress's ability to delegate power to federal agencies. The major appeal is opening the next chapter in a decades-long effort by conservatives and business interests. At issue in the latest case is the mechanism used to fund the multi-billion-dollar Universal Service Fund, through which the FCC provides reduced-price phone and internet services for rural schools, low-income families, and others. A Republican senator has blocked the promotion of a general who oversaw the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. According to a source familiar with the matter, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma blocked Lieutenant General Chris Donahue's promotion to four-star general as the commander of U.S. Army Europe Africa. Donahue was the last U.S. soldier on the ground in Afghanistan at the end of the withdrawal.
Temperatures today were well above normal for this time of year, and I hope you enjoyed it because even though we have rain chances in the forecast tonight, it's going to be chilly by week's end. Take a look outside in Pikeville right now. We have mainly cloudy skies. Temperatures right now are still in the 50s, even low to mid 60s. Look at Somerset, 64 in Manchester, Irvin's at 62, 61 in Moorhead, Jackson's at 63. Harlan, good evening to you. You're at 59. 56 is the current temperature in Middlesboro. All is quiet for the most part on live pinpoint Doppler radar. We have a little bit of shower activity across portions of Rockcastle as well as Pulaski County, but that's it in terms of any rainfall. Now, the rain chances will pick up as we go throughout the next several hours. They will really get their act together, if you will, as we go throughout the overnight hours into the first part of your Tuesday morning. We'll see temperatures around 62 by the 6 o'clock hour. We'll have around 61 by midnight. By 6 a.m., we'll go down to about 49 degrees. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s will greet you. Now, in the first alert forecast, we're going to talk about a little bit of rain chances plus a big cool down, and that's coming up in a few minutes. Amelia.
All right, Eric, thank you. I'm looking forward to that big cool down. A major tech glitch caused outages for Microsoft users earlier today. The software giant said the problem resulted in an Outlook and Teams outage for many companies worldwide. The tracking site Down Detector said more than 5,000 reports were made by Monday afternoon, but officials say many more people are likely having issues. Microsoft issued a statement saying it had deployed a fix. A frightening health trend has been emerging in women. Young and middle-aged women are being diagnosed with lung cancer at higher rates than men. Many of them have never smoked tobacco. Cigarette smoking is still the #1 risk factor for the disease, but there are about 40,000 cases a year in the U.S. among people who have never smoked. Lung cancer has risen 84% among women in the past 24 years, while dropping 36% in men. Scientists are not sure why. And new warnings about vaping. Scientists now saying that vaping affects blood vessels within minutes, even including nicotine-free vapes. Experts warn these changes could lead to long-term health problems like blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes. The ingredients in vaping may also cause inflammation, affecting the entire body. Researchers say it is more evidence that e-cigarettes are not a safe alternative to smoking. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, Nearly 60% of working Americans say they are behind where they should be with their retirement savings. Tips about how you can get back on track.
And we're going to cool off tomorrow, and we have rain chances in the forecast. Details in a few minutes.